Live at FAU Baseball Stadium in sunny Boca Raton, Florida on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube as the 15-3 Florida Atlantic Owls look to go up 2 games against the 2-11 Bradley Braves. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm Maddox Greenberg. The Owls shut out the Braves 6-0 last night with right-handed pitcher Trey Beard pitching 6 innings, allowing only 3 hits and striking out 9 batters. Outfielder Jake Dewar and designated hitter John Schroeder were the stars for the Owls. Dewar had 1 hit and 2 RBIs, and Schroeder had 2 hits, 3 runs, and 2 RBIs, and 1 home run. Meanwhile, the Braves struggled to get anything going offensively. The Braves were struck out 14 times on 32 at-bats and had 5 total hits. Senior right-handed pitcher Travis Lutz gave up 5 runs and walked 4 FAU batters. FAU will start today with right-handed pitcher Tyler Murphy, and Bradley will start with left-handed pitcher Matthew Kitts. We'll be back for starting lineups and the first pitch when we return. I'm Maddox Greenberg, and you're listening to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. I'm Maddox Greenberg. Thank you for tuning in. Moments away between FAU and Bradley in the second game of a three-day series on FAU Owl Radio. Starting lineups for the visiting Bradley: shortstop Jackson Smith, second baseman Bo Durbin, right fielder Mason Breidenbach, designated hitter Bobby Atkinson, third baseman CJ Trask, catcher Nick Hosey, first baseman Timmy O'Brien, left fielder Cole Luke Lucky, center fielder Cole Smith, and pitcher Matthew Kitzman for Bradley. Meanwhile, and for your FAU Owls, we'll be starting off with center fielder Marshall Lipsy, right fielder Jake Dewar, shortstop Patrick Ward, first baseman Jake Millen, catcher Dylan LaPont, third baseman Nick Romano, second baseman John Martinez, designated hitter John Schroeder, and finally making his sixth start this season, left fielder Kyle Boylston, the freshman. FAU be wearing their blue caps, blue shirts, and white pants. Meanwhile, Bradley wearing red caps, red and black shirts, and white pants. Owls are led by entering 17th year for the program, John McCormick. Meanwhile, for Bradley, leading them will be in his 16th season, Elvis Dominguez, the fifth coach for the Braves since 1921 and 15th overall. Murphy this season has has 5.89 ERA with a WHIP of 158, and as a leadoff pitcher, he is .400. He has a 1-0 record, has pitched 18.1 innings this season, allowing 22 hits, 13 runs, committing 12 errors, walking 7 batters, and striking out 20, and allowing only 2 home runs. Now stepping up to bat for Bradley here. The top of the first is Jackson Smith, the shortstop, left-handed batter. First pitch is outside of the strike zone, ball 1. Swing and a miss by Smith for 1-1 count. And low pitch by Murphy hits the right leg of Jackson Smith, and he runs over to first. Not a great start for Tyler Murphy with a hit by pitch. Now up to batting left is Bo Durbin, the junior from Morton, Illinois. Checks, and Murphy checks first as Jackson Smith was off the first base. Durbin had 3 plate appearances and walked 1, struck out twice. Strike 1 for Durbin. Last season, Durbin led the Braves in the batting average. Low pitch, and Jackson Smith goes and steals second, ruled safe, and now a runner in scoring position for Bradley. With the count remaining 1-1, no outs, runner on second. The infield has not shifted for Durbin. And Durbin swings and misses. A low pitch out of the strike zone. 1-2 count. That would have been a ball if Durbin didn't swing. And a 2-2 count as the pitch hit the ground before reaching home plate. On deck is Mason Breidenbach for Bradley. Low out of the strike zone, 3-2 full count. and very windy here, which you're wondering how the wind here in Boca Raton will affect both pitching and hitting, as we've seen from last night's game here on FAU Owl Radio. The Owls won 6-0, where playing times where the ball was hit into the outfield affected how the ball went, and that was a foul ball as a hit behind home plate went out of the ballpark over to the left side. Count remains 3-2. Check second. Murphy pitches and ground out right to first baseman Millen, who throws it to Murphy, and Durbin will be ruled out. First out here in the game at the top of the first. Remains scoreless. Runner on third. So a change from how Bradley started in this game versus how they played last night, where they were struggling offensively. Were able to get on base a couple of times, but cannot find home. Now at bat is Mason Bryanbach, the left-handed batter. And be outside, ball one. Right. 1-1 count. Bryanbach, the junior from Chesterfield, Missouri, 6'3", 210. Last season appeared in 14 games, started in 7 prior to an injury that took him out for the rest of the season. Tip of the ball has the tip of the bat outside of the park, over to the left. 1-2 count. Runner on first, scoreless here at the top of the first. Murphy with a windup, high outside, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss by Bryanbach, and second out, first strikeout for Murphy. Now at bat, the designated hitter, Bobby Atkinson. The senior from Darien, Illinois. Low. EA. Ball one. Tyler Murphy, right-hand pitcher from the junior from Palm Beach, Florida. And tip of the bat, hit, ground ball down the middle, and to center field, and Bradley's up first as Jackson Smith heads home. There was a RBI double over to center field. Sorry, RBI single. Now at bat, CJ Trask for Bradley. It's a tip of the bat outside the ballpark, foul ball. The true freshman from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, batting right, so first right-handed pitcher that Murphy's been playing against. And again, hits the foul line and goes beyond. 0-2 count with 2 outs. Runner on first. The Bradley Braves up 1-0. Here in the top of the first. Murphy down the middle. 1-2. Last season, Tyler Murphy appeared in 18 games and had 11 starts. Tipped foul behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Behind the home plate. Count remains 1-2, foul ball. And with the pitch, and Atkinson tries to go steal second, ruled safe, much to the displease of the FAU fans in attendance. Count remains 2-2. Meanwhile, spending his time at Oak Creek High School, CJ Trask was a 4-time All-Conference nominee and named to the second-team All-State. He was nominated as Offensive Player of the Year, as that was a bad pitch out of the hands of the catcher. Full count. This season, Trask has a .350 batting average entering the series. Played in 8 games, started in 3. Hits over to center field, over to Marshall Lipsy, who catches it and ends the top of the first. Bradley up 1-0 when we return. FAU will start with Lipsy, who just made that catch, be at bat. Then it'll be Jake Dewar and Patrick Ward due up when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. Bradley Braves up 1-0 as we were at the bottom of the first with Marshall Lipsy, who made the final out, caught the final ball for the final out of the top of the first, which was a fly out to center field. And Lipsy, the center fielder, will be at bat. Left-handed batter going against the left-handed pitcher, the junior from Osceola, Minnesota, Matthew Kitzman. His first pitch be just outside, be a ball 1. A little bit about Kitzman, a Northeastern Community College transfer, also his first year for Bradley. 2-0 count. 3-time All-Conference player at Osceola Senior High School. This season he has a .675 ERA. 3-0 count. 4 mound appearances, 1 game started. He pitched 9.1 innings, allowing 13 hits, 8 runs, walking 6 batters, striking out 11. And speaking of walks, now walked his 7th batter as Marshall Lipsy gets to first. He's walked there. Now up to bat for FAU, batting left, Jake Dewar, batting .486. Dewar 6th in the nation in batting average. Be a strike one for Kitzman, so walked Marshall Lipsy, and then for the next at bat with Dewar, and his first pitch against Dewar was a strike. Strike two. That was his 6th pitch. Dewar, the junior transfer from TCU. And strikes out Dewar, recording the first out and his first strikeout. Now at bat, Patrick Ward, the shortstop, who was very active last night as shortstop. Plenty of balls hitting in his way, and him recording a couple of outs. First pitch hits his legs, and he motions to Marshall Lipsy, who is going to steal second, to continue stealing. So Lipsy makes it to second with a steal. Now got a runner in scoring position, and Ward still at bat with a 1-0 count. Patrick Ward, the junior from Port St. Lucie, Florida. And Kitzman checking second. And hits top of the bat, and Ward goes over to right field and be caught by Mason Breidenbach. And Marshall Lipsy able to steal third. So that'd be ruled a sacrifice fly out. And Lipsy now at third in scoring position as Jake Millen, the senior switch hitter, going to be batting right. This season, Millen batting .265. The runners in scoring position, .333. First pitch for Lutz, hit with his 8th as a ball, 1-0 count. Strike one, 1-1 count. Lipsy has 9 stolen bases this season. Has not got stealing. And Kitzman outside, 2-1 count. His 4th batter he's facing. Swing and a miss for Millen. Count goes 2-2. Millen, the senior from Springbrook, Pennsylvania, 6'2", 210. Low outside, ruled a ball, full count. Last year, Millen appeared in 41 games with 26 starts at outfield and at first base. And walks Millen. And Millen gets to first, got runners on corners. And Dylan LaPointe, the catcher, batting right, heading to bat, be the 5th batter that Kitzman will be facing. And just like last night's game, where Owls quickly got through their batting order early in the game before Bradley. And seems like that pattern is continuing into today's game, as his first at-bat is a foul ball over to the right side of the ballpark. 0-1 count. LaPointe batting .290. He is .571 runners in scoring position. Slugging percentage is 645. Tip foul behind the home plate, 0-2. Count, 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Millen goes to seal second. Kitzman didn't know, too late. And now 2 runners in scoring position for LaPointe. And ground out over to the right side, but be hit on the foul line. Rule of foul. So runners return to their bases. And the count remains 0-2. Foul ball, the tip of his bat behind the park. Over to the right side, 0-2 count remains. LaPointe, the senior from Valrico, Florida, in his freshman year. Right now, bats and a bad pitch, and the error by the catcher, and Lipsy able to steal home plate, and the Owls tie things up here at the bottom of the first. LaPointe in his freshman year, 29 appearances as a catcher and 14 starts as designated hitter. With a runner at third, and Kitzman strikes out LaPointe, but not before the Owls tie things up 1-1 when we return here at the top of the second. Nick Hosey, Timmy O'Brien, and Cole Lucky be at bat for Bradley when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox, Greenberg here. Owls and the Braves tied with one apiece as we're here at the top of the second inning in the second game of this weekend series. As the first pitch for Murphy, his 26th, will be a ball one as he's up against Nick Hosey, the catcher for Bradley. 2-0 count. Hosey last night, 2 plate appearances, 1 hit and 1 walk. He hits over to the right field, hits the warning track, and he'll be getting a stand-up double for his first plate appearance in this game today. And a great start for the Braves at the start, the top of the second. Braves recorded 2 hits. Owls have not recorded a hit. Now up to bat is Timmy O'Brien. Inside, strike 1. The junior from Park Ridge, Illinois. It's a ground ball over to Ward. Ward throws to first baseman Millen. Be recorded and out as he beats O'Brien to it. Runner still at second in scoring position as Cole Lucky making his first appearance in the series. The right-handed batter, senior. The senior from Glenview, Illinois. Be a strike 1 from Murphy. This season, Lucky has an .083 batting average. It's behind home plate with a tip foul. 0-2 count. Has had 12 at-bats, 1 hit, .083 slugging percentage, 3 hit by pitches, 7 strikeouts, and a tip foul again behind home plate. Count remains 0-2. Catches the batter swinging, and second strikeout for Murphy. Second out in the top of the second, with a runner at second, which is Hosey, and Cole Smith, who was the leading batter in the batting order last night, is now at the bottom of the batting order for Bradley, the junior from Dubuque, Iowa, Southeastern Community College transfer in his first year for Bradley. And a foul ball. 0-1 count as it hits the foul line. He led the Southeastern Community College Blackhawks to an NJCAA Division II World Series championship last year. And checks second. Murphy checking second. Cole Smith had 4 plate appearances, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Inside, it'll be ruled just outside the strike zone. 1-1 count. Murphy checks second. Big swing and a miss for Cole Smith. 1-2 count. Hits the top of the bat over to the left side. That'll be behind the foul line. Foul ball. 1-2 remains the count. Smith hits, goes to the left field, caught by the freshman Kyle Boylston. The third and final out at the top of the second inning. When we return, Nick Romano, then John Martinez, and John Schroeder will be at bat for FAU when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox, Greenberg here. Score remains tied at 1 apiece. Here at the bottom of the second inning, as Nick Romano, the third baseman, be at bat for FAU. Sixth in the batting order, batting .238. Kitzman throws inside, strike one. Nick Romano, the redshirt junior from Boca Raton, Florida, batting right. Low pitch, 1-1 count. For his throwing second pitch, be a ball, 2-1 count for Matthew Kitzman and Bradley. The switch hitter Romano hits over to the right field. And that will be caught by Mason Breidenbach right in front of the warning track. Out number one here at the bottom of the second. Stepping up to bat, right-handed batter John Martinez for FAU. Low pitch, outside the strike zone, ball one. That was Kitzman's 24th pitch. Another redshirt freshman from Orlando, Florida, John Martinez, a Florida transfer. 2-0 count. He redshirted last year at Florida and then transferred here to Florida Atlantic. The 2023 perfect game preseason second team all-region at Montverde Academy in Orlando. 3-0 count for Kitzman. He already walked one batter to start things off. That was Marshall Lipsy in the top of the first. Sorry, bottom of the first. And walks Martinez. Stepping up to bat now for FAU is John Schroeder. Schroeder, the senior from Lakewood Ranch, Florida, the designated hitter. Was one of 3 position players to start all 57 games. 1 out, runner on first. Way outside the strike zone, ball one. 28th pitch by Kitzman. Schroeder had a big game for FAU on 3 at-bats, 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a home run. 1-1 count. Schroeder also a switch hitter, batting 190 this season. Inside, just outside the strike zone, 2-1 count. His 59th at-bat this season. That'll be a a pop-out for Schroeder as it gets into the hands of Jackson Smith. And now, with roaring applause from the FAU football players in attendance, is at bat Kyle Boylston, the true freshman who is going to be playing safety for FAU football this upcoming season. And the left fielder Boylston, in his 6th start this season, batting right with a .409 batting average, and Kitzman checks first. Boylston, a freshman from Orange Park, Florida. Low. Ball 1. He played wide receiver and defensive back at Trinity Christian High School, a 2A athlete in high school, and will play, again, football and baseball here for FAU. In his debut of this season against Delaware, low pitch near the ankles outside, 2-0 count. On February 15th against Delaware in his debut, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 doubles, 1 stolen base, and an .800 batting average in 5 plate appearances. Ground ball over to the right side between first and second as Martinez gets to third. That'll be an RBI single, 2 runs. And got runners on corners, and back to the top of the batting order with Marshall Lipsy, the center fielder. That was the first recorded out for FAU by Boylston. Lipsy, left-hand batter. Kittman checks first against Boylston. And Hosey, the catcher for Bradley, is stepping up to the mound to speak to his pitcher, Kitzman. Last night's game, Lipsy was also the top of the batting order, had 3 at-bats, 1 run, 1 strikeout. Kitzman for Bradley, he and Hosey, quick conversation between them and the home plate umpire, Jairo Martinez. And that will hit Lipsy, and bases loaded, which is something you don't want to have if you're a pitcher, and something you don't want to see if you're Bradley and if you're Matthew Kitzman. Now Dewar, another person you don't want to see at bat, he is batting .480, 6th in the nation in batting average. 2nd in the hits with 35 entering this series. And 46 with on-base percentage of .560 as a pop-out over to the left side of the ballpark, outfield of play, foul ball, 0-1 count. He is .500 with bases loaded. Inside, strike 2. First base, Lipsy. Second base, Boylston. Third base, Martinez for FAU. The left-handed pitcher, Kitzman, going against the left-handed batter, Dewar. Tries to go check swing. 1-2 count. Game tied 1 apiece with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Dewar hits a ground ball that goes to Kitzman, and that'll be the 3rd and final out. And unfortunately, no grand slam or exciting runs for FAU. With those bases loaded, Bradley Braves defense stops any hopes for FAU scoring, and score remains 1 apiece as we're about to enter the top of the 3rd. Due up for Bradley, Jackson Smith, then Bo Durbin, and then Mason Breidenbach. We're heading back to the top of the batting order for Bradley when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox, Greenberg here tied 1 apiece after a failed attempt with bases loaded for FAU in the bottom of the 2nd here at the top of the 3rd, as Jackson Smith at back at the top of the batting order for Bradley. Jackson Smith, the shortstop, went against Tyler Murphy, and with his 2nd at bat for Smith, will be hit over out of the ballpark off the left side beyond the foul line. 0-2 remains the count, and Jackson Smith jogs his way back to home plate. Tyler Murphy already pitched the opening 2 innings. Low pitch swung by Jackson Smith, and he'd be struck out. 3rd strikeout for Tyler Murphy. Bo Durbin, the junior, back at bat for Bradley. His 2nd plate appearance. The 2nd baseman. And the 43rd pitch for Murphy was a ball. Tip foul over to the left side. 1-1 count. And Durbin over fly out to the left side, be caught by Kyle Boylston beyond the foul line. 2nd out, and the FAU football player is ecstatic for that by Boylston. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 3rd. Back at bat for his 2nd plate appearance. Batting 3rd for Bradley Braves, Mason Breidenbach, the outfielder. 46th pitch, the inside, strike 1. Murphy throws. And ball one, 1-1 count. Brian Bach hits it over to the right field, hits the warning track, hits against the wall. That'll be a stand-up double. Sorry, it won't be a stand-up double as he slides into the second base. Ruled a RBI double for Brian Bach. Bobby Atkinson batting fourth for Bradley. Now at bat, left-handed batter, senior. From Darien, Illinois. Low. Ball one. Atkinson, the Coastal Carolina transfer in his first year at Bradley. Low pitch, hits the ground, 2-0 count. The runner at second in scoring position. At second is Brian Bach. Murphy throws. Strike one, 2-1 count. Bradley Braves batters today, 3 for 11 with a 273 batting average. 2 extra base hits. The second one coming from Brian Bach. 2-2 count. And 3 batters struck out. With 8 on the pitching clock. Murphy throws. Foul tip behind home plate. 2-2 count remains. Swing and the miss by Atkinson, and he is struck out for the third and final out. At the top of the third, when we return for FAU Owl Radio, due up for FAU, third at the batting order, Patrick Ward, then 4, Jake Millen, then 5, Dylan LaPointe, here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Here, back on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, I'm Maddox, Greenberg, tied 1 apiece, entering the bottom of the third inning. Bradley had a runner on second, which was Brian Bach, with a double to right field. And now FAU at bat with Patrick Ward. First pitch, the 40th for Kitzman, goes through the glove of Nick Hosey, the catcher. Be a foul ball, so be a 1-0 count. And Ward hits it over to the center field. He gets a first to be RBI single as Cole Smith catches it for Bradley. Jake Millen, his second plate appearance for FAU. switch hitter senior for FAU, batting 265. Foul tip rolls to the left side. 0-1 count. This season, 18 hits, 18 runs, 16 RBIs. Kitzman checks first. Outside of the zone, 1-1 count. And Millen leads the team in RBIs with 16. Low pitch by Kitzman, 2-1 count. Kitzman throws, Millen hits, goes to Jackson Smith, the shortstop, throws to Timmy O'Brien at first, and Millen is out, not before Patrick Ward steals second. Now got a runner on second scoring position. Now fifth of the batting order is Dylan LaPointe, right-handed batter, the catcher. Batting 281 today, entering today. 11 RBI, 7 runs, 9 hits, 3 home runs. Low pitch. The ball, strike one actually, as he swung. He has been walked twice. Kitzman has already walked 3 batters today. Kitzman is checking second, throws, and on the top of his bat, over to right center, left center field, caught by Cole Smith again, and that takes out LaPointe. Now Romano back at bat for FAU. The Georgia Tech transfer who didn't play last year for FAU. He appeared in 68 games in 2 seasons at Georgia Tech with a career .252 batting average this season, .234. High out of the strike zone, 1-0 count. Outside, 2-0 count. Kitzman's entering his 50th pitch. High pitch. 3-0 count. One more out. One more ball, and he'll be walking his 4th batter. And now he has walked his 4th batter for Kitzman. There are a couple of pitchers warming up in the Bradley Braves bullpen over off to the left corner of the stadium. And John Martinez, his 2nd plate appearance. His first appearance, he was walked. One-0 count. Martinez has runners on first and second. At first is Romano. At second is Ward. 2-0 count, and Hosey takes another mound visit to speak to Kitzman. Telling him what he needs to throw, as he has now have 6 straight pitches being balls, with walking his last batter, which was Romano. Telling him probably to throw up some of your fastballs or cutters, just throw off Martinez. Don't let him predict what pitch is coming up, and get the third and final out to get them out of the bottom of the third. Hosey catches the pitch, looking to throw, trying to get out Romano, who's looking to steal. Romano makes it back to first. Count remains 2-0. Kitzman outside, 3-0 count. And that will be a strike one, 3-1 count for Kitzman, as Martinez is still at bat. High pitch and walked his 5th batter, second here at the bottom of the third, and now bases loaded. And John Schroeder looking to get FAU the lead, him batting 186. Schroeder, designated hitter. And his second at bat. First hit over Smith at the left side, and Ward and Romano get to home plate. 2-run single, and the Owls are up 3-1, and now the football player is getting restless, as Boylston, the right-handed batter, at bat, and Elvis Dominguez, the head coach for Bradley, taking a mound visit, making a pitching change. And with that pitching change, we return. We'll mention who be the new pitcher here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU. Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox, Greenberg here, and Kyle Boylston at bat. The new pitcher for Bradley, Braden Marks. The right-handed pitcher junior from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Checking second, throws, and outside for his first pitch, ball one. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Schroeder at first, Martinez at second. Boylston with a .435 batting average. Marks throws. 2-0 is the count. Boylston halfway through getting walked. Owls are up 3-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Swing by Boylston, 2-1 count, as that pitch was outside, which would have been a ball. Marks checks second again. And a tip of the bat over to the right side, but it'll be a foul ball. 2-2 count for Boylston. His first plate appearance. He made it to first. Schroeder and Martinez both have stole bases twice this season. Have not got caught stealing. So definitely two runners you want to keep an eye on if you're Braden Marks, who this season 10.43 ERA, 0.2 record, 4 mound appearances, 14-2 innings pitched, 3-2 full count as that was a ball, 25 hits, 18 runs, 7 walks, 15 strikeouts, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs allowed against 79 batters this season for Marks. Marks throws off the tip of the bat, but be a foul ball for Boylston. Goes over to the right side. Behind home plate, 3-2 remains as a full count. High pitch, and he be walked as runners advance. Bases loaded for the second time today, as we are just in the first 3 innings of the game, and already 2 times bases have been loaded. Back to the top of the batting order for the 3rd time, Marshall Lipsy, the center fielder, who has been walked once this game, and this season walked 16 times. The 8th pitch for Marks is inside, strike 1. Lipsy has 16 hits, 20 runs, 12 RBIs, 14 strikeouts, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs this season with 9 stolen bases. Lipsy, top of the bat, foul tip, and that gets out of the park for a foul. 0-2 count. His 3rd plate appearance. He was walked for his first plate appearance and hit by a pitch in his 2nd. Boylston with 4 stolen bases, who's at 3rd. Schroeder at 2nd with 2 stolen bases, and Martinez at 3rd with 2 stolen bases. 1-2 count. That was the first ball for Marks against Lipsy. Lipsy with a .356 batting average. Bases loaded here at the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs. Owls up 3-1. Looking to extend that. Lipsy, foul tip, ground outs to the right side. Count remains 1-2. with bases low. This is the first time that Lipsy's at bat with 4 bases loaded. With runners in scoring position, he is 350. Hits it over to the center field, and Cole Smith will catch that. And that'll be the third and final out at the bottom of the third. When we return, due up for Bradley. 5th on the batting order, CJ Trask. 6th, Nick Hosey. And then it will be 7th, Timmy O'Brien when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. Owls up 3-1. They had an opportunity with bases loaded for the second time in this game, but could not be successful. And strike 1, which was a foul ball for CJ Trask of Bradley here at the top of the 4th inning. Tyler Murphy. And that'll be a foul tip behind home plate. 0-2 is the count. Murphy in this 4th inning pitching in this 4th inning. He has allowed 3 hits, 1 run, has committed 1 error, struck out 4 batters. This is his 14th batter he's facing, and Trask is struck out. Strike 1, and the 5th strikeout for Murphy today. Now at bat is the catcher, Nick Hosey, batting left, the senior. The senior from Canberra, Australia. Murphy winds up. That'll be outside for a ball 1. Outside again. 2-0's the count. Strike 1, 2-1 count. This season, entering this series, Hosey, 313 batting average. Played in 10 games, started in 10. Pop out foul, 2-2 count. 32 at-bats, 2 runs, 10 hits, 4 doubles, 7 RBIs, 438 slugging percentage, walked twice, 1 hit by pitch, 4 strikeouts, and that'll be grounded out just along the foul line. That'll be a stand-up double for Hosey. Goes past the hands of the first baseman Millen, and Dewar was able to make the catch and throwing it, was able to retrieve the ball at the right corner and throwing it over. So now we got a runner at scoring position and Hosey for Timmy O'Brien, his 3rd at bat. The junior from Park Ridge, Illinois, 6'3", 190. Inside, strike 1. Strike 2. Big swing and a miss. Caught swinging. Struck out. 6th strikeout for Murphy. 2nd out in the inning. Cole Lucky, the senior from Glenview, Illinois. At bat. Murphy checks 2nd. Big swing and a miss for Lucky. Strike 1. Braves have 4 hits. Owls with 3. Top of the 4th. Murphy throws, swing and a miss again by Lucky. Outside, low, 1-2 count. Pitch clock at 6. Foul tip by Lucky. Count remains 1-2. Hits over to the right field, but going beyond the foul line. Foul ball 1-2, and Lucky returns to home plate as Hosey making his way back to 2nd. He was rounding 3rd to home. Has to go back. Count still at 1-2 with from that foul ball. Had the height, had the distance, but just off to the right. Infield shifted left as he hits it over to the 3rd baseman. Romano throws it to Millen. The 3rd and final out. And a quick 1-2-3 for FAU. And keeps Bradley scoreless as we are about to enter the bottom of the 4th. Due up for FAU. 2, Jake Dewar. 3, Patrick Ward. 4, Jake Millen. When we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 3-1 FAU leading over Bradley. The bottom of the 4th, got a runner on 2nd for Bradley at the top of the 4th, but connected for a run. And the Owls defense kept Bradley scoreless at the top of the innings. Now back at the bottom of the inning, Braden Marks for Bradley pitching. His 13th pitch is a strike one. Jake Dewar at bat for FAU, his third plate appearance. The left-handed batter, 474 batting average. As a leadoff hitter, 667. Slugging percentage, 592. As it is a ground out to the second baseman, Durbin, who throws it to Timmy O'Brien for the first out as he beats Dewar. Now, Patrick Ward, the shortstop for FAU. Left-handed pitcher, sorry, right-handed batter. 1-2 today. 1 hit, 1 run. Fifteenth pitch for Marks is a strike one. Way outside of the strike zone, hits the ground. Now the hands of Hosey be a 1-1 count, as that was a ball. Marks throws and inside. Be just outside actually, 2-1 count. Hits over to the right, to the left side, however, it would hit the foul line. 2-2 count for Patrick Ward. Low and outside. At full count. Last season, Patrick Ward played 44 games, started in 29 of them at third base and at designated hitter. Hits over to directly at Jackson Smith at the shortstop, second out. Jake Millen, the switch hitter. Back at bat, he'd be batting left. Again, very windy here in Boca Raton. Wondering how the wind will be affecting scoring as well as pitching. Has been several walks in this game. Be inside, outside, actually, sorry, inside will be a strike one. The 21st pitch for Marks, who entered at the bottom of the third inning, replacing Kitzman. Foul tip behind home plate, 0-2 count. The base is empty, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth, ball 1-1-2 count. Millen with a 261 batting average, a 376 on base percentage. His 72nd at bat, 71st at bat, excuse me, and throws, hits over outside the park over to the right side foul line. Fouled out, 1-2 remains the count. He has been walked once in this game. Millen, top of the ball, top of the bat. Foul ball to the left side of the ballpark. Count stays 1-2. Millen, ground ball beyond the foul line, off to the right side. Foul ball, still 1-2 count. Marks throws. The umpire ruled it a ball, 2-2 count. Outside, full count. Owls hitters are 3 for 14. That's 214 batting average. 6 walks, struck out twice. And 7th walk for FAU as Millen heads to first. And the catcher, Dylan LaPointe, the sophomore, his 3rd at-bat appearance, batting .273. 0-2 today. This season, 9 hits, 7 runs, 11 RBIs. First is a swing and a miss for LaPointe. That was a 30th pitch for Braden Marks, entering 31. Checking first. Millen stole 2 bases this season, caught once. Stolen base percentage 66.7, and he checked. And Marks checks first again. Be inside. Strike 2. That was a ball, 1-2 count for Braden Marks. Checking first again against Millen. Bottom of the 4th, Owls up 3-1, 2 outs, runner on first. Hits to the right center field beyond the warning track. That'll be an RBI double as Millen heads to home plate. LaPointe at second. Owls extend their lead to 3 over Bradley. 4-1 is the score. Now Nick Romano, switch hitter, batting left right now. The junior, 234 batting average. Tip foul, out of the park, left side, foul ball, strike 1. pitch. 1-1. Four hits for both teams. Foul tip again. Foul of the left side. Hits one of the lights. One of the walls for the lights for the ballpark. And ricochets back to the field of play. I've not seen that. Wonder what the probabilities are on that. 1-2 count. The runner on second. Swing and a miss for Romano. Third and final out. The bottom of the fourth. Bradley stops FAU, but not before a double by LaPointe that leads to a Jake Millen score. Owls up 4-1 when we return here at the top of the fifth. John Martinez, John Schroeder, and then Kyle Boylston be at bat for FAU here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 4-1 is the score at the top of the fifth inning. Murphy pitching for FAU. Cole Smith, center fielder. And there'll be a bunt from and caught by Romano to Millen. And apologies, it'll be actually Cole Smith, then Jackson Smith, then Durbin. Actually an error, and Smith gets all the way to third. And a great start for Cole Smith and Bradley as an error from Millen at first, leading to 3 stolen bases by Smith. Back at bat, Jackson Smith for Bradley. Be outside, ball 1. Murphy throws, hits the ground in front of home plate, 2-0 count. Big swing and the miss for Jackson Smith. 2-1 count. Owls committed their first error from Millen. Jackson Smith, foul tip over to the left side of the ballpark. 2-2 count. Braves with 5 hits. FAU with 4. Foul tip, caught, hit by Smith. Grounded out, throws to Millen, and throws to LaPointe. And he ruled out. That will be a double out. 2 outs for FAU. double play. And just like that, 2 outs. With Bo Durbin, the second baseman, at bat. Hits over to Romano with the ground out. Throws to the first baseman, Jake Millen. The third and final out. 1, 2, 3 for FAU's defense. And now due up will be Martinez, then Schroeder, and then finally Boylston at the bottom of the batting order when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg 4-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, FAU's defense were able to get a double play and stop Bradley from scoring as they started the top of the 5th with a throw-in error, and Millen committed the first error for the Owls that led to 3 stolen bases by Cole Smith. And now here at the bottom of the 5th inning, Martinez at bat for FAU, 1-0 count. Mark's 39th pitch is low out of the strike zone, 2-0 count. Martinez with a .333 batting average. Grounds out, pass, hits it over to the shortstop, Jackson Smith, throws over to O'Brien. Martinez ruled safe. Now the left fielder, John Schroeder. Sorry, designated hitter, John Schroeder. Stepping up to bat, the switch hitter, batting .200. And that hit by Martinez was a 5th for FAU, so FAU and Bradley both tied with 5 hits. However, runs tell a different story for the 1. Martinez over to the right center field. Going to be caught by Smith. Not before Martinez steals second, reaches third, and Schroeder with that RBI single. And once again, the FAU football players restless as Boylston, who's been training with them in spring training. He'll be playing listed at safety on the depth chart on the roster for FAU this upcoming football season. And Boylston, the left fielder, going to be at bat. Right-handed batter. Rose. Strike 1. Runners on the corners. Marks throws outside the strike zone. 1-1 count. Boylston grounds out. Past the hands of Trask. Boylston's safe at first. Martinez heads home. And Schroeder gets to third. An RBI single, and the Owls back get another run. 5-1, 4-run lead. The third straight inning the Owls have scored. Runners still on the corners. Pitching coach for Bradley, Andrew Werner, stepping up to the mound with the infield, as he'll be having words with Braden Marks. They already had a pitching change already. Marks with 44 pitches, pitching 1.1 innings, has allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, committed 2 errors, walked 2 batters, struck out 1, and has allowed 1 double against 10 batters. It's not strong. It's not strong for Marks. FAU with 7 hits, Bradley with 5. Pitching coach Werner heads back to the dugout. Is Lipsy back to the top of the batting order for the 4th time? Lipsy, the center fielder. Left-hand batter, and he checks Boylston. Boylston trying to go for the steal. And playing cat and mouse, and be tagged out by Durbin for the first out. Boylston was caught stealing for the first time. He had 4 stolen bases prior, but had not been caught the first time he got caught this season. He's now got a runner on third. Lipsy with runners in scoring position, 3:33. The 1 out. The bottom of the 5th. Marks outside. 1-0 count. Infield, Durbin, Smith, Jackson Smith, Bo Durbin, and Timmy O'Brien all shifted to the right side of the infield. Swing and a miss by Lipsy. 1-1 count. So the infield shifted right, anticipating Lipsy. If he were to hit, it's hit over to the right side. It's over to the right side, going past the hands of Durbin. Rolls to the right field to Mason Bradenbach, and Schroeder heads home. 6-1 Owls. 1 out, 2 runs in this inning. Jake Dewar back at bat for the 4th time. With a runner on first is Lipsy. Braden Marks pitches outside. 1-0 count. That was his 48th pitch. Marks throws. Inside, 1-1 count. Marks throws low. 2-1 count. Lipsy going to steal second. He is out. 2nd out. And second failed attempt at stealing base. That was his 10th stolen base attempt, and the first time he got caught stealing. 3-1 is the count. With Dewar at bat, now no one on base. Base is empty. The 3-1 count, 2 outs, 6-1. FAU is up. Today he has been struck out once, but had 3 at-bats. This is his 4th at-bat appearance. And he is walked for the first time. The 3rd time Marks has walked a batter. Patrick Ward back at the back at bat. There are a couple of pitchers in the Bradley bullpen. Marks throws way outside for his 53rd pitch. Be a ball 1, 1-0 count. Outside, 2-0 is the count. Grounded out to the right side, through the hands, and an error by Durbin. And Ward able to get to first base, so runners advance. Got Ward at first and Dewar at second for Millen. The switch hitting senior, batting .261 at bat. Be batting left against the right-handed pitcher Marks. Check second, throws, swing and a miss by Millen. That was his 56th pitch for Marks. 8 hits for FAU, 5 for Bradley. Checking second. Check second again. Low pitch. Ward and Dewar both have stolen the base this season. Have not got caught stealing. 1-1 is the count. Check second. Millen hits it over, but be a foul ball. It was in the way of O'Brien in the right side. Runners return to first and second. Be a 1-2 count. There is a pitcher warming up in the Bradley bullpen. Marks check second again. Outside, 2-2 is the count. Marks checks second. Dewar, Millen hits over to the right field. That'll be a ground out. And that will be a RBI single as Dewar heads to home plate for FAU and extending their lead to 6. Runners on the corners. Millen at first, Ward at third. And Dominguez for the second time stepping up to the mound to be a pitching change for Bradley when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here, 7-1 FAU up. A pitching change Bradley made during the break. The left-handed pitcher, senior from Braidwood, Illinois, Jack Stellano. First pitch for him, and LaPointe, the catcher for FAU, has a sky high over to the left, over to center field, and easily caught for Cole Smith. And that will do it here at the 5th inning when we return. The top of the 6th inning due up for Bradley will be Mason Bradenbach, then Bobby Atkinson, and then CJ Trask when we return here on FAU Owl Radio. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, I'm Maddox Greenberg. 7-1 FAU up over Bradley as Bradley made a pitching change with Jack Stellano, and that was a fly out to the center field. That was the final out. Now back here on the top of the 6th inning, Tyler Murphy with his 75th pitch was a strike. That was a foul ball behind home plate with a tip foul by Bradenbach. Bradenbach, the right fielder for Bradley. 1-1 count. The junior from Chesterfield, Missouri. He lists as utility. Ground out over to the shortstop, second baseman Martinez, who throws to Millen at first base. First out as he beats Bradenbach. Now 4th on the batting order for Bradley, Bobby Atkinson, left-handed batter, going against the right-handed pitcher Murphy. Rose high outside of the strike zone. 1-0 count, ball 1. Murphy throws. It's behind home plate. That'll be ruled a foul ball by the officiating crew. The officiating crew consists of home plate umpire Jairo Martinez, first baseman Ray Chamberlain, and then third base official Mayhew Edwards. 1-1 count, 1 out, bases empty, top of the 6th. And it'll be low, out of the strike zone, 2-1 count. High over to the left field. Boylston backs up, able to make the catch. Second out, and the football players love that by Boylston. His second defensive effort in this game. 2 outs, bases empty for Bradley. Top of the 6th, down by 6 runs. FAU with 9 hits, Bradley with 5. Both teams have committed 1 error. Third baseman CJ Trask and a tip foul behind home plate up the left side. Oh, 1 count. Almost hits Trask. 1-1 count. 2-1 count. Two count. Interesting factoid about CJ Trask. He was a state qualifier in swim in the 100 backstroke. His mom, Jen, swam for the University of Iowa, so swimming in the background for his family. And quick 1, 2, 3 for Tyler Murphy and FAU as they have kept Bradley scoreless throughout the duration of the game, except for the beginning of the top of the first. When we return here on FAU Owl Radio, Romano, Martinez, Schroeder due up. When we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. 7-1, FAU is up. And the bottom of the 6th inning, quick 1, 2, 3 by the Owls defense. Delano, the appearance here, helped the final out for Bradley and the pitching change at the top of the, at the bottom of the 5th inning. Now playing during this entire inning. 2-0 count. His 3rd pitch against Romano. Nick Romano, the switch hitter, batting right. 231 batting average. Today, 2 at-bats, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 2-1 is the count. Owls had 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. High pitch, 3-1 count. Not great for Solano. High pitch, and that'll be a walk. His first walk of the day. Yeah, that's his 8th walk this season. At bat, John Martinez, the freshman right-handed batter, the second baseman for FAU. Solano throws, and Martinez hits it over to the right field, and Brandon Bach will be catching that as be a stand-up double. Again, sorry, not stand-up double. He gets a double, though, and as Romano and Martinez advance, a 2-run RBI. Back at bat, Schroeder, switch hitter, designated hitter. Pitching, batting right. That was a 10th hit for FAU. It's high to the right center field. That goes to the wall, and that will be a home run for John Schroeder. His third of the season. Schroeder. 3-run home run extends the Owls' lead to 9. 10-1 is the score. That at the bottom of the 6th, a 3 runs already. Now back to Boylston, the bottom of the batting order. Boylston with the .458 batting average. Low pitch. Strike one. His 25th at bat, his third of the day. He has 2 hits, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Foul tip over to the right side, hitting the Owls bullpen. 0-2 is the count. 11 hits for FAU versus Bradley's 5. They were tied at 5 early in the game, but then quickly it got to be the Owls' way. Swing and the miss for Boylston. And he is struck out, much to the dismay of the football players in attendance and to the fans here at FAU Baseball Stadium. Back to the top of the batting order for the 5th time. Lipsy, the center fielder, tries to go for a bunt with a check swing. Strike one. It was tied 1-1 all the way until the bottom of the 3rd inning. Strike two for Solano, his 13th pitch, going for 14th right now. Inside, outside, 1-2 count. Outside, 2-2 count. Solano winds up inside. 3-2 count, full count. Looked very close, but the umpire ruled it a ball. A full count, bases empty, 1 out. Low pitch, and for the 2nd time tonight and the 17th time this season, Lipsy has been walked. Heading to first. Dewar, TCU transfer, 0-3 today with a .468 batting average. At bat, the lefty. Ball 1 for Solano. Checks first. Rose. Strike one, 1-1 count. Lipsy at first. Dewar had bat. Owls up 10-1, looking to extend their lead after Schroeder's 3-run home run over the right field wall. 2-2 is the count. Checks first. Dewar hits over to Jackson Smith out of the shortstop. He is safe at first. And as the one fan said, Dewar is indeed fast. 2 runners on base for Patrick Ward, the shortstop for FAU. Dewar at first, Lipsy at second. Ward with a .348 batting average, 1 for 4 today. Check second. Check swing by Ward. 0-1 is the count with the strike 1. 12 hits for FAU. Looking very strong offensively. They won 6-0 over Bradley last night, having a stronger offensive performance this evening. As Hosey throws to O'Brien at first to check on Jake Dewar, who's looking to steal. Dewar ruled safe at first. Count is 1-1. Throws outside. 2-1 count. Check second. Stellano throws. Strike 2. 2-2 count. Throws outside the zone. Full count. For Stellano this season, .600 ERA, 4 mound appearances, 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, 6 runs, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 doubles against 35 batters, and struck out Ward for his second strikeout. Millen, first baseman at bat for FAU. Dewar at first, Lipsy at second. Walked twice, an RBI single to first. Strike 1. The 29th pitch by Stellano. His 30th pitch is outside the zone, 1-1 count. Hits grounds out to Smith, a shortstop who loses the possession with an error, but that'll be the third and final out. And now ends the 6th inning. Owls up 10-1. When we return, due up for Bradley, Hosey, then O'Brien, then Lucky. When we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg, 10-1, top of the 7th. Owls in the lead over the Bradley Braves in the second game of 3 in this baseball series. Braden Ostrander, the right-handed pitcher, with the pitching change for FAU against Nick Hosey, the catcher for Bradley. First pitch for Ostrander. Outside ball 1. The graduate from Melbourne, Florida. Last year had 14 relief appearances and 1 start. This season, a 5.0 ERA, 1.0 record, 9 mound appearances, 9 innings pitched, 10 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks. This will be a tip foul left side, out of the park. 1-1 count as a foul ball. 10 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts, 1 double against 42 batters, facing through 3 that hit the pitcher. That hit the batter. 1-1 count for Ostrander. Swing and a miss for Hosey. His 3rd plate appearance for the Braves. One, 2 count. Low pitch. Hosey doesn't even attempt to try to swing. Count stays 1-2. High to the shallow outfield, caught by Boylston. Made the effort from the left field all the way to the left center field of that pop out. And a pinch hitter for Bradley. Will be Isaac Sobieschek. First bat. First pitch will be a strike. Oh, 2 is the count. The sophomore from Villa Park, Illinois. Low pitch, 1-2 count. Bases empty, 1 out. Owls up 10-1, top of the 7th. At Willowbrook High School, he played on the baseball and basketball team and named the most outstanding male athlete during his senior year. And Ostrander strikes Sobieschek out. Second out. First strikeout for Ostrander. And Cole Lucky, the right-handed batter, who's 0 for 2 today, struck out once at bat. The pop out caught by Millen in front of the home plate. Great catch by Millen. 3rd and final out. Quick 1, 2, 3 inning again for the FAU defense. When we return at the bottom of the 7th, due up Dylan LaPointe, Nick Romano, and then John Martinez. We'll be back here on FAU Owl Radio. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox, Greenberg. Bottom of the 7th inning. Owls up by 9 runs. And a ground out by LaPointe to the left side. Caught by Lucky at left field. And LaPointe able to get to first to be an RBI single. Martinez. Sorry, Nick. Check that. Nick Romano at bat for FAU. Switch hitter, batting right. Strike one for Stellano. 33rd pitch. Goes and a tip foul behind the home plate. Over to the right side. 0-2 is the count. 13 hits for FAU. 5 for Bradley. Owls have been lighting up the scoreboard since the bottom of the 3rd inning. Outside the zone. 1-2 is the count. Three on the pitch clock. Out of the hands, error by J.D. Bogart, who replaces Nick Hosey. And LaPointe steals second off of that error by Bogart, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia, whose father, Jeff, is a graduate from Bradley. 2-2 count. Romano still at bat for FAU. Check second. Goes. 3-2 count. Check second. Runner on second. His top of the bat. Grounds out to Durbin. Throws to O'Brien at first. First out for Bradley as LaPointe gets to third. John Martinez batting the .354 at bat, batting right. Solano throws, top of the bat, and a foul to the right side. Strike one. Throws by Solano. Tip foul behind home plate. Foul number 2. 0-2 is the count. Solano throws. 1-2 is the count. That'd be a ball. Even though it is windy here in Boca, doesn't seem to have too much of an effect for FAU in their scoring. Solano throws. Out of the hands of Bogart, be a ball 2. Tip foul over to the right side out of the ballpark. Count remains 2-2. Full count, ball 3. Runner on first, count is full. Bottom of the 7th. Over the head of Jackson Smith up the left side. Martinez runs to first as LaPointe heads home, extends the Owls lead by 10, 11-1. 11-2-1. Still with one out as John Schroeder, switch hitter, now going to bat at right. With runners on base, he is 171. It's behind home plate, out of the ballpark, over the press box. Foul 1, 0-1 count. Big swing and the miss by Schroeder. Schroeder 226 today. Fifth at bat. 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 RBIs, which is very impressive, leading the team today in RBIs. Schroeder also had a 3-run home run over to the right side. 1-2 count. No drastic changes in the infield. Outfield, though, Cole Smith has moved a little bit to the right. He's anticipating a possible hit to the right side. It's over down the center field, and that's going to be caught by Cole Smith right in front of the warning track as Martinez tries to make it a second. He is out. 2, double play, 2 outs there, 3 outs. And that ends the bottom of the 7th and ends the 7th inning overall when we return here on FAU Owl Radio. Cole Smith, who just made that play at center field, then back up to the top of the batting order for Bradley, for Jackson Smith, then Bo Durbin at the top of the 8th inning when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Maddox, Greenberg, 11-1 FAU over Bradley. Top of the 8th. A pitching change for FAU to start the 8th inning. Brian Booley, the right-handed pitcher, senior from Dover, Florida, 6'2", 205 pounds. Last year, he played in 2 games before a season-ending injury on February 24th. This season, a 1-0 record, 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Cole Smith, the center fielder who made a final out, who caught the ball, that led to a double play. Hits to center, right center field. Actually, over to the right field. That'll be caught by Dewar. First out. And Jackson Smith back at the top of the batting order for Bradley. Jackson Smith with 1 run, 1 strikeout. And strike 1. Low and outside of the zone. Be a ball 1. Low under the zone. Ball 2, 2-1 count. Another low out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1 count. Booley, high, walks. Jackson Smith, runner on first for Bradley. Bo Durbin, the second baseman, batting left. 0 for 3 today. High pitch, ball 1 for Brian Booley. Tip foul behind home plate. Foul number 1, 1-1 count. There are some balloons over the right field, making it into foul play, so they're fine. They're actually out of the ballpark now to the right side, making it to the basketball courts. Tip foul going over to the left side behind the bullpen of Bradley, out of the field play. And the heart-shaped balloons flew past right field, made it out of the foul zone, out of the park, over to the basketball courts right next to the stadium. 1-2 is the count. Durbin, the second baseman for Bradley, trying to get on base. Swing and a miss, and a strike number 2. First strike out for Brian Booley. Second of the season. Mason Breidenbach. One hit, 1 strikeout, 1 double. For Brian Bach, the right fielder, and the ball 1. His father, Rick, played baseball at St. Louis University. Ball 2 for Brian Booley. Breidenbach 1 for 3 today. Made some good defensive plays for Bradley. Hits over to the center field and down the middle of the center field, caught by Lipsy, and another great defensive play by the center fielder in this series. 1, 2, 3 inning for FAU. And when we return at the bottom of the 8th, due up will be Kyle Boylston. Then back to the top of the batting order for FAU with Lipsy and Dewar here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg. Owls up 11-1 at the bottom of the 8th. And as you heard at the beginning of the broadcast, the FAU football players ecstatic as Kyle Boylston, the freshman. The first hit is a foul tip. Foul number 1. Boylston with a 440 batting average. Playing safety for the football team, as well as playing left field in his 6th start this season. In his debut, he hit a double. Estelano for Bradley. The outside, ball 1-1 count. And Boylston did more than just hit a double. He had 2 doubles, had 4 hits, 3 runs, and had an 800 batting average of 5 plate appearances. He hits over to the right center field and hits the wall. Caught, recovered by Breidenbach, and a stand-up double by Boylston. And the football players are ecstatic. Leading the crowd, cheering for Boylston, number 39. And Boylston with a stand-up double. Great to have teammates like that, especially playing 2 sports for Florida Atlantic. New would be a pinch hitter now for FAU, be number 42. This pitch is a hit. Ground ball to the third baseman, through and towards Timmy O'Brien from Trask. From Trask to O'Brien. Dewar at bat for FAU. It was actually Dylan Murphy who was the pinch hitter for FAU, and he was ruled out, 1 out. Runner on third, and that is Boylston. He's got a runner in scoring position for Dewar, who is 417. Goes tip foul, left side, out of the park. Foul 1. 15 hits for FAU, 5 for Bradley. FAU continuing, hoping to continue on a monstrous scoring run they have had since the bottom of the third inning when they led 3-1. Inside, strike 2. Well, strike 1 to be a 0-2 count. Solano throws. Outside, 1-2 count. Dewar batting 474. Low outside, full count. Sorry, 3. Be ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Dewar grounds out between the bases, between second and third base, past Jackson Smith at shortstop. Boylston gets a run, and that will be a single for Dewar. 12-1 FAU. Up by 11. Speaking of 11, number 11, Patrick Ward, the shortstop, is at bat. Batting .340. Outside, ball 1. Checks first. Outside, ball 2. 16 hits for FAU. Compare to Bradley's 5. Both teams committed 1 error. Bradley has not scored since the top of the first. Outside again, 3-0 is the count for Solano. He has walked 2 batters this evening. Checking first, Dewar first, and he walks Patrick Ward. Ward walked for the first time tonight, 8th time overall. Jake Millen stepping to bat, but not before a pitching change is going to be made, as Elvis Dominguez going to be making a pitching change. When we return, we'll discuss who the new pitcher is for Bradley here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg 12-1 FAU over Bradley Brave in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitching change for Bradley, right-handed pitcher junior Ethan Price from Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Check second. Ball, strike 1. 1-1 count. Patrick Ward for FAU at first. Jake Dewar at second. So 2 on base with 1 out. High pitch out of the hands of J.D. Bogart with that error. Both runners advance. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Millen, he is 345 with runners in scoring position. He's definitely not a batter you want to be facing if you are Ethan Price, who Price this season, he's a Cloud County Community College transfer, first year at Bradley. This previous season, he had a 5.24 ERA, 2-0 record, 14 appearances, 2 games he started in, 1 complete game, 22.1 innings pitched, 13 hits, 15 runs, 14 walks, 30 strikeouts, 3 doubles, 1 home run, and 95 batters faced. 3-1 count for Price, with runners on second and third. It is Ward and Dewar. Millen with a .268 batting average at bat, and he walks. Millen, another pinch hitter for FAU. It'll be Carter Brady, number 34, the redshirt junior from Parkland, Florida, batting right. The Andrew College transfer last year started in 44 games in the outfield and as a designated hitter. Outside. Ball 1. Price going for his 7th pitch. There was a big swing and a miss outside, but a swing and a miss by Carter Brady with a 176 batting average. Bases loaded, 1-1 count, 1 out. Owls up by 11. This season, Brady, 3 hits, 5 runs, hits over to the center, to the left field, and that'll be a single as Brady gets a first, and Dewar heads home. Bases still loaded. Owls up by 12 now, 13-1. Second baseman J.J. Slattery. My apologies, Joey Slattery, not J.J. Slattery. Joey Slattery, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Strike 1. 17 hits for FAU, 5 for Bradley. Slattery, the lefty, going against Price, the righty. Ball 1, 1-1 count. Those hits the ground. Bad pitch by Price as it hits the ground in front of Slattery. Two, 1 count. And Slattery hits over to the left center field. Caught by Smith. And the RBI single. And Ward heads home. 14-1. Bases remain loaded. Now with Brady at first, Millen at second, Ward at third. So apologies, Ward was the one who went home, but Ward is at third. His John Martinez, about high pitch by Ethan Price. John Martinez, 7th on the batting order for FAU, 364 batting average. 3 hits today, 2 runs, 1 RBI, 2 walks, 1 double. Low pitch, 2-0 count. It's high over to the left field. That'll be caught by Cole Lucky. Throws to the pitcher. Apologies, not to the pitcher. Throws it to the, check that, throws it to the third baseman. No one moves. However, there'll be an out for Martinez. At bat is a new batter, pinch hitting Emilio Gonzalez, number 26, sophomore from Cape Coral, Florida. Last year, the AAC all-freshman team. He was the Owls' designated hitter, but then moved to everyday first baseman. Emilio Gonzalez, designated hitter, 222 batting average. Low at the leg, ball 1. This season has 2 hits, 1 RBI, 4 strikeouts off of 9 at-bats. Slattery at first, Brady at second, Millen at third. Foul ball to the left side out of the ballpark. 1-1 count. 18 hits for FAU, 5 for Bradley. 14-1 FAU leads here at the bottom of the 8th. Another low pitch for Price. 2-1 count. It's over to, that'd be a foul territory. It's be caught by the third baseman, CJ Trask, over at the left side of the fence of the ballpark. That ends the bottom of the 8th. And Owls lead 14-1 as we enter the top of the 9th inning. Bradley looking to try and close the deficit down with Bobby Atkinson batting, then CJ Trask, then J.D. Bogart when we return here on FAU Owl Radio. Back here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here. FAU leads 14-1 over Bradley in the top of the 9th inning. New pitcher for FAU, the right-handed pitcher, freshman from Port St. John, Florida, Nick Wimberly, right-hander, going against the right-handed batter, Bobby Atkinson. Wimberly is it ground ball. Hits over to Ward, who throws it to Millen at first. First out. Check that, not first out, as Atkinson ruled safe. Wimberly this season, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error, 3 balls, 7 strikeouts. ERA 2.25. At bat is CJ Trask. Swing and a miss by CJ Trask. Tip foul behind home plate. Strike one. We're going to strike out against Trask for Price. Out number 1. J.D. Bogart, the catcher, right-hander. And ball 1, actually at second base for Bradley, who was at bat, was actually Nick Flankenstein, the senior infielder from Iowa City, Iowa, the Columbia College transfer. Foul ball by Bogart off to the right side. Foul once, a 1-1 count, and Flankenstein returns to second base. Wimberly checks second. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Tip foul to the right side out of the stadium. Count remains 1-2. Check swing by Bogart. Pitch was outside. 2-2 count. Checking second. Rose outside, full count. Wimberly checks second. Flankenstein at second for Bradley. Bogart, ground ball 2. Martinez losing control. Ward able to hold onto the ball. Second error for FAU. And Bogart able to get to first. So I got Bogart at first, Flinkenstein at second. And Isaac Sobieschek at bat. The right-hander. Ball one. This season for Sobieschek, 286 batting average, 7 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 double. Ball 2, 1 home run, 1 RBI, 857 slugging percentage, 1 hit by pitch, 4 strikeouts, 375 on base percentage. Tip foul, pop out. Carter Brady looking to try to catch it, just couldn't, as it hits a little bit behind the left fence, off to the side. Foul ball, 2-1 count. Ball 3, 3-1 count. Sobieschek pop out in the foul territory and just couldn't be caught by John Martinez at third base. Just couldn't control it. It was right above him and just couldn't find it. Still 3-1. The count. Check second. Goes high pitch and walks. Sobieschek. Bases loaded for Bradley. Stepping to bat, Cole Lucky, the left fielder for the Bradley Braves of the Missouri Valley Conference. Down by 13. Braves looking to end it, try to close the deficit they're in with a strike one. Outside, ball one, 1-1 count. Outside, ball 2. Sobieschek at 1 at first. Bogart at second. Flinkenstein at third. Swing and a miss by Lucky. Not so lucky there. 2-2 count. Goes outside, full count. Lucky is 0 for 3 today. Bradley batters are 194 batting average. Outside, and he walks. Wimberly walks Lucky, and Nick Flinkenstein jogs to first, and Bradley scores their second run, their first run since the top of the first inning. Score is 14-2. pinch hitter for Bradley, number 16, Ashton Horcham, junior from Bartonville, Illinois. The Illinois Central College transfer. First year at Bradley. And with an error, Bogart able to steal home plate. Now it's 14-3 FAU over Bradley, and the Braves scored 2 runs so far. Lucky at second, Zobieschek at third, Horcham at bat. The lefty, and strike one, 1-1 count. This season, Horcham, 143 batting average, 14 at-bats, 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 143 slugging percentage, 1 hit by pitch, and 6 strikeouts. Low pitch, and a swing and a miss by Horcham. 1-2 count. The Owls are 2 outs away from ending this game. Ground ball, 2, Slattery, goes it to Millen, second out. But that'll be a sacrifice hit from Horcham as Sobieschek is able to make it home. So now you got Lucky at third for Jackson Smith, who's back at the top of the batting order for Bradley. And strike one. Owls are 1 more out away from ending this game. They are leading by 10 runs, 14-4. Ball 1, a 1-1 count. Today, Jackson Smith, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Ball 2. Low, and umpire Jairo Martinez rules it a ball. So a 3-1 count, and the fans are heckling the umpire. Tip foul behind home plate, 3-2. Iraq the full count. The count is at full. And walks Jackson Smith. Now you got runners at the corners. And a pinch hitter for Bo Durbin. Be making a pitching change for FAU. As Dominic Anselmo, the freshman from Eureka, Missouri, will be at bat when we return here on FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Back here on FAU Radio on YouTube, Maddox Greenberg here, 14-4. Braves are on a scoring run right now at the top of the ninth as the Owls make a pitching change. Dawson Ball, a right-handed pitcher, singer from Wellington, Florida. And a 1-1 count against the freshman Dominic Anselmo from Eureka, Missouri, the 8th ranked catcher in Missouri by perfect game, listed as catcher and outfielder for the Braves. With the runners on the corners, 1-2 count. Owls one more out away from ending the game and getting their second win on the series and a definite win of the series. Outside, 2-2 count. Jackson Smith at first, Cole Lucky at third. Dawson Ball this season, 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, and he ends it there for Dawson Ball. FAU wins 14-4 over the Bradley Braves and get a bona fide win in their 3-game weekend series. Tomorrow, the Braves play the Owls at noon. At noon for the 3rd and final game of the series. Thank you for tuning in to FAU Owl Radio on YouTube. Signing off, I am Maddox Greenberg.